My farts smell like an iron-loaded period drop.
This is gonna be fun.
Holy shit!
I'm ready.
Stinks. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Well, hold on. Before we start, are you getting that?
I'm not. I'm very good at closing my nose.
Good.
I'll keep it closed.
Hey, how do you talk when you close your nose?
I talk like a Duffy Dog.
I talk like I was just in Tulsa and had no audience.
To you to be an actress. I'm gonna do that. That's how I'll fuck with it. Or do you want to do the fucky?
No, you're gonna do the Trump.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to do Trump? Full Trump?
What was that? What was that you were doing before?
I just had Duffy Dose.
You trumpet.
I'll trumpet. Okay.
What are you gonna do, Blake?
You'll find out.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I gotta get my phone out.
You gonna record this?
It probably has shit on it.
I gotta get my shit covered phone. No, I'm doing the street noise.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing the thing we do every episode. Yeah. Okay, hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
She used to be an actress.
Has she ever done anything I have seen?
I think her biggest deal was she started a pilot.
What is a pilot?
Well, you know, shows on TV.
I don't watch TV.
Yes, but you as eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's your shows.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I know what a TV is.
Well, the way they pick the shows on TV is they make one show, and that show's called a pilot. I gotta change the accent again. And they show that one show to the people who pick the shows, and on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get accepted and become TV programs. Some don't and become nothing. She starred in one of the ones that became nothing.
All right, let's do it again. And
Okay.
each line we have to do a different voice.
Okay,
Okay.
She used to be an actress.
Has she ever done anything I'd have saw?
I think the biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
What's a pilot?
Well, you know, the shows on TV.
I don't watch TV.
Yes, but you're aware that there's an invention called television, and on that invention they show shows?
Yes.
Well, the way that they pick the shows on TV is they made a one show. It's a show called a pilot. And they show the one show to the people who pick the shows, and on the strength of the one show, they decided they want to make more shows. Some get set to become TV programs, some don't become nothing. She started on the one that become nothing.
It's playing. I don't know. Wow.
Stop it.
Jesus Christ.
Now do it.
It smells like shit in here.
I don't do this for a living. You remind me that I don't remember the name of the video. I just remember the white guy with that like that. It's like a rapper. Shut up!
Welcome to Couch Pilots. All of you are my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television.
That's my favorite.
My name is Jason, and with me is my video drone. It's Captain Philip Ressishire. Good evening.
Hello. How are you today, Jason?
I'm good, Video Blake. How are you?
I am doing very good. Thank you very much for asking.
And how is your motherboard? Do you need to be updated?
My motherboard loves blowjobs.
Beep, bop, boop, beep. Your motherboard loves blowjobs. Can we get T-shirts made?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? Welcome back to the show, Kevin.
Blue Jays.
You don't know. You don't know what hard times are.
You guys want to talk about ketchup?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. First, let's set the scene.
Okay.
We're all pretty drunk.
It's a scene.
We're all pretty drunk.
Let me set the scene. It's a scene.
We are in the scene.
Jason,
let's talk-
Jason ripped ass like as if his intestines
It's going out of
needed to
style.
empty. Yeah. He ripped ass as if it were the only thing that would save his life.
You know what? He's still alive.
Still alive.
I need to start carrying a book of matches with me. Speaking of scenes, Blake, we
Are
all
you
know.
a filluminist?
No, I don't know what that means.
Matchbook collector.
My dad is it's funny. My dad he recently told me that he collected matchbooks when he was little, and he still has them. But every time I find like a photo of my dad or something relating to his past, I'm like, hey, Dad. My parents are divorced.
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, Mom found this, or this is something that you might want. And he's like, I don't care. And then he's like, I got all these matchbooks. I was like, why the fuck do you care about matchbooks? But I like the picture of you in 4th grade.
Yeah.
How many does he have? Did he have 20? Matchbooks
I've never
20?
seen him. He's like, he showed me at 3 a.m. because I think he was lonely.
Matchbooks 20. Come on.
My mom used to collect matchbooks too.
Yeah.
And she still has a whole bunch of them.
I have a big thing
like
in my
thousands
basement.
of-
Have you seen the thing in my basement? The big thing of it?
I've seen your big thing in the basement.
My grandpa used to have them, and I got them when he died.
Oh.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
My
R.I.P. just killed the club.
my dumb girlfriend bought a bunch of old matchbooks for like $5.
That's not her name. Her name is the current girlfriend.
I'm sorry, but anyway, she bought a ton of them, and she's like, I have too many. You could have some. So these are seriously from like the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
And I
The
put
slide boxes. A lot of the slide boxes.
there's a couple of slide boxes in
you
there.
You know what? That's the best match. Is a slide box match.
Well, she gave me a bunch, and I put a handful in like a vintage ashtray on the back of my toilet seat. So when you take a huge fucking shit, you can light a match and it won't smell like garbage. Nice. And then I put the rest in a cabinet. But like those old matchbooks really are kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
work, too.
And they do work.
They work.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact.
Kevin, I heard you were going to move.
Oh. Okay. The cat's out of the bag.
Let's get into it.
I don't know. We need to find a fucking house to move into.
Here's my question. So the first house that you and Stephanie bought together,
Correct.
Pretty easy peasy, like process.
It was lemon squeezy, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. It was like this.
Yeah.
But
Because we had an apartment.
right.
So
Which I showed you a picture of the other day in case you missed it.
Yeah. So, I mean, for those dum-dums out there, when you have an apartment, you can move into a house
At any time.
and you can just do that,
Right.
right? But then we're moving from our house to another house. So we need to sell our house and then move in to that house. It sounded like I was about to start crying.
because
I was stifling a burp.
the process of doing this has got him to where he was almost in tears. But
He's losing his fucking mind over here.
come on, man, don't cough on the show.
Good Lord. Well, before, like, if you live in an apartment, and honestly, this is a very odd coincidence. Kevin and Stephanie, his wife, they lived in an apartment 2 floors below your brother, Blake.
Right.
That,
We
by
didn't-
complete
we
happenstance.
didn't know each other at the time.
It
We did
wasn't-
not know each other,
It wasn't
no.
like, my friends are looking for a place to move, and Chad was like, hey, they can move below me. No, it was complete happenstance.
Yeah, did not know you. And then the first time I ever met
Shad.
Chad, I don't even think we even met him that time. But you said you texted me after we like barely knew each other. You go, "Oh yeah, my brother, he lives right by you." You know, whatever. Or I think during the group text, it was like, "Oh yeah, I live there." He goes, and you were like, "Yeah, my brother lives in those same things." And you said, "What number are you?" And I was like, "You're like, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable." You know,
No,
you did your normal thing where you're like, I don't want to.
But it was 2 units directly below
I
them.
sounded like that.
Well, I don't.
Everybody that knows me knows that when I'm like,
You only
Oh, I can hear that voice coming. I know who it is.
You only communicate during earthquakes. But no, like when you move out of an apartment,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about what happens
There's
to your
no
apartment
contract
afterwards.
attached.
No,
No.
you move to wherever you're moving. But Kevin's in a house right now that he owns and wants to move to a different house that he will own. And one of those houses was 1 street over from me, and I was so excited about it.
I was so excited too.
You were so excited that you went to that house, you took a picture in front of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it seemed as soon as you took that picture, that whole bottom dropped out of that whole
Well,
thing.
I wouldn't say that what I did had the bottom drop. I think that was just coincidence.
Multiracial couple living in this home.
Would
Very important to note.
What did you say? You're going to be woke as buying that house? Is that right?
I'm a woke buyer. No, so the whole thing was, okay, we're gonna put an offer in. They were like, okay, yeah, sure. contract was subject to the sale of our house. So we have to have our house on the market within 7 days is what we have. We were going to have it in 3 days, really. And we're about to put it on there. We have the appointment the next day to take photos of there and sign a bunch of paperwork to get our house on the market. 10 p.m. that night, they get back and say, yeah, we accepted another offer. And it's like...
They accept that offer because that person or persons had the money. They didn't have any loose ends to tie up.
Probably. But
Yeah.
the thing is, as we are sitting here, the house is still technically on the market. So I think that they accepted another subject to sale offer.
Really?
Yeah, because it's
Wow.
still, as we sit here, it is still
Fucking
on the market. I know.
interracials, right?
That sucks, man. That really sucks.
Yes, no, so,
But it's stressful to
Yeah.
be in a situation where you have a house, you need to sell the house to get the other house.
yeah. But the worst part was it was like the night before at like 10 o'clock, hey, we got a text from our realtor or whatever. And it's like, well, we got to follow through with selling it. I mean, they're going to come over tomorrow and we can call that off and negotiate with them more. But why would we do that? If we're going to negotiate, we're going to say, hey, we're going to put our house on the market like tomorrow. But then it's like, you know what? Fuck it.
But what happens in that contract or in that agreement?
We have to sign a cancellation.
Hold on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long do you have to sell your house before that's null and void?
September. Like, it's subject to sale. But the thing is, we are confident in getting it. If it is a subject to sale thing, they can still accept offers even when our house is listed. They can still accept another offer. But we were at full price. We were at full price.
Full price, baby?
We were at a full asking price. Gonna say, hey, we're gonna, yeah. They came back and were like, oh, what about this?
God.
What about, what about, and we're like, fuck it. This house is great. It's perfect. It's right by Jason. We want it. Full price. Here you go.
Avril Lavigne had it right. Why has it gotta be so complicated?
For sure.
And then she put a tie on a wife beater.
And then she
black
married
bra.
She married the lead singer of Nickelback, which was her biggest mistake ever.
I don't know.
Chad Kruger, I don't know. He gives me a double-A Bonnier.
Yeah.
Only when I'm sleeping.
I'd fuck Chad Kroger. Anyways, yeah.
So, what's the status?
We have another, so that was the second deal on a house that had fallen through for us.
Okay.
We have a third. As of this evening, we got a text saying, hey, they want to do a little bit more money. Okay. We said, okay, again.
A little bit more what?
Sure. A little bit more money than what we were offering, just because...
Doing some negotiations.
Yeah, just in negotiation still. And basically, they were like, oh, well, we'll do this. And I said, okay, yes, yeah.
Are you saying yes because it's still a good deal? Or are you saying yes because
It's
I'm
still
tired
a good
of
deal.
fucking with this shit?
Both.
Okay.
It's not even that good of a deal, but it's a great house, great neighborhood.
Can I say something honestly to you guys? David Lytle, we had him on a few weeks back, and David Lytle at the end of the show, he said, I would love to come back on your program. And we're going to call him here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And he says, I am going to move out of town. And I was like,
Move out of state.
State even.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I like David Lytle. I love going down to Poor Brothers. It's a really cool bar in the Peoria area, and he's there, and he's a nice guy, and him and I get along.
Great guy.
And we've done some really cool things together podcast-wise. I hate to see him go.
Yeah.
That sucks. And then I hear Kevin about 6 months ago say, you know what? We might only be in the area another 3 to 6 months.
I got the scars from when I cut myself.
And I was like, man, that hurts. That sucks. Yeah. But ultimately, what I want is the best for David. And ultimately, what I want is the best for Kevin and Steph. And so, tangentially you.
Yeah.
But like, to know that Kevin and Steph are looking locally for a new house, that makes me feel so good because I love them so much.
Nothing gets your dick harder than hanging with
and
friends.
And my cock is rock hard like a piece of cement slab.
Like a piece of Ice 9. We didn't get into that last episode.
We didn't.
It's not.
But I'm so happy that they're looking locally. And I was like, I could walk to their house in 5 minutes if they moved by me.
You could look in their windows at night.
I could go up there. I could look into I could peer in there and see what they're doing.
I could come over and go with you to look in their windows.
Yeah, all those times that you go over to Jason's house.
And we could see at the moment of conception.
He doesn't invite me.
No, you're not coming over to my house. But
not with that attitude.
It really does warm the cockles of my heart that you are planning to stay locally.
Yeah, we're doing it.
So
we're actually doing it.
That's great.
There's 3 houses on my street that are currently for sale. They didn't even go look at them physically.
If this one doesn't work out, I'm gonna say straight up, yeah, we're looking at Pekin.
Oh my God. Boy, I think hard times. Talk about hard times. Am I right?
Baby.
You
Like
don't
a
know
bicycle.
what hard times are,
It's
Daddy.
like a bicycle.
Should we call David Lido real quick?
Sure.
Hey, if you want to, I'm pretty sure he's an hour ahead. He may be sleeping, and when I say maybe, I think.
What is your stress level right now, house-wise? 1 to 7. Seriously.
I'm at a 7.
Okay. How has it affected your relationship with
Oh,
your wife?
Good question.
Yeah. 18.
Good question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And yet here you are until 10 p.m. doing a podcast.
No,
with
even
us.
later. No, I think that we're gonna know after it's over that it was just that. It's hard to convince yourself and, more importantly, even your spouse or significant other that it's just because of this is why.
Do you think she needs anybody to talk to or anything about?
Maybe, she can model some swimsuits for somebody, make her feel better.
I don't need
Christ.
I don't need a swimsuit model.
What's that?
I'm just trying to be
The
a
Mighty
friend.
Ducks. The Mighty Ducks. When he's like, my mom, she's looking for new clothes.
All right.
And they model the clothes for. I think she was looking for a bikini. I don't know.
Let's call David Lytle. He's moved to North Carolina or South Carolina or North Carolina.
One of the Carolinas.
I talked to him
North.
his last shift at Poor Brothers. And he was super fucking drunk.
Yeah. Hey,
What?
David?
Hello.
Hey man, this is Jason with the Couch Pilots program. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, my man?
Good. You have a minute to talk?
Sure.
Hey, buddy, I love you.
Hey, what's going on? Was that Kevin or was that Blake?
Duh, it was Blake.
I'm Kevin.
I actually do have Kevin and Blake here both, and we were just talking about you, and we wanted to give you a quick call.
Yeah, you said something about like 7:30, and then I thought I was like, oh shoot, did I miss that whole thing or what? Or I don't know.
Well, that's kind of when we planned on starting, but we're not going to have you on the phone for an hour and a half, man. We're just going to have you on for a few minutes. We just wanted to talk to you quick. Are you in North Carolina right now? South Carolina?
North Carolina right now.
Are you settled into your new place?
No, we've been searching for days, and it's been quite the process. It's been really hard.
I can imagine. I'm going through the same. I'm trying to find a new house. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook or whatever, but we're selling ours. So
I did see that.
yeah. So it's difficult.
Gotta get off that. Was it gift or circle?
Circle.
Circle. Gotta get off that circle.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, David, we're calling you right now because you're on our mind, and we're thinking about you. And is everything going okay? You doing all right out there?
Yeah, just trying to. Just been going nonstop last couple of days, just trying to find places.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard noises, buddy? That's my little boy. Come here.
Well, we're excited for you. We're definitely going to miss you here. And I know it's selfish to say that we wish you were still here when you're trying to grow and expand as a person and with your family, but we do miss you. And
I'm gonna miss you guys.
we are excited for you as well, though, in this new chapter in your life. You said you had watched today's program, Veronica'S video. Is that right?
I did. I watched it on Friday.
Nice.
On what's that?
On Friday, I watched it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do we get a grade from him?
yeah, I think we should get a rating
we're
from
rating.
him
What's your rating?
because we're not at that part of the show yet, but we wanted to give you a call right now.
Sure.
We didn't want it to get too late. We know if it's 10 o'clock here, that means it's 11 o'clock over there. We don't want to get you too late.
Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock.
Jeez.
Let's see. I liked it. It definitely had a lot of like very racial stereotypes. Like it definitely like kind of ran along the line of like too far on some things, especially with the Indian guy who was trying to was competing with the son for the shop,
Right,
for the
right.
shop position.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did like it overall. It had a couple of good jokes. Like I think the idea of like each joke that was in it, the idea was there. occasionally it was played out pretty well, and occasionally it was like really just like, oh man, you kind of just slap that in there, and it wasn't so amazing. But I think the guys that put it together, like I think they have good humor. Like they had, I think they had the right idea, and it was a different time when that was made. I don't remember what year it was done.
1997.
Mid-90s?
Yeah, 97.
97, okay. But yeah, it definitely kind of fit, around that era. Now, what was interesting to me is that I felt so strongly that I'd seen it before somewhere. And I didn't know if it was like, if maybe they like gave it a chance on like some late night Comedy Central, or something like that. I remember I was texting with you about it, and I remember mentioning that, and like I just had this overwhelming feeling that I'd actually seen it before.
So you had a case of deja vu while watching Veronica'S video.
It was extreme deja vu, and like there were parts that I kind of like I totally remembered, like this had like I've seen this before, and I just don't remember where. And I think it was just some like maybe they shopped it around on some different networks or something, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll throw it on at midnight or 3 a.m. kind of a thing, because I was that kid growing up.
Probably makes sense.
Sneaking in TV at the middle of the night,
Wow, honestly, with all the different pilots we've seen, for me personally, it's been about 250, close to that. I can't say that there's been one that I've had deja vu for. That's very interesting that you feel like you may have seen this before in some fashion. With that,
maybe it was just a dream.
Maybe it's just a
lucid dream.
I was gonna say you and Blake both have these lucid
baby.
dreams, right? So maybe it was in a lucid dream you saw it.
But no, I definitely had that feeling like I had seen it before. Like there were just different parts that just kind of resonated. I was like, where
Corbin Burnson.
That exact moment, But it was pretty funny. The dad who was was he a veteran or was he like a fake veteran?
I think it was a guy who got hit by a car.
Stolen valor.
Okay, so he was just faking the handicap. It wasn't like a veteran thing.
I know every time I see a man in a wheelchair, I love to think, is he a veteran? but truth be told is, I think he just got
tattoos.
I just think he got mowed down by a Corolla is all it is.
Adam.
Yeah.
So with all that said,
knocked him over.
what do you like? You know our grading scale, and I know that you love our grading scale, 1 to 7.
You know how I like to do your grading scale.
What do you what would you say this show is on a 1 to 7 scale here?
I might throw you guys a bone this time. Since I'm a call-in, I won't do the decimal for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
wow. Thank you.
Oh man, I know.
Wow, that's respect you can't buy.
I liked it. 5. Ooh, I want to say 5.5. I'm gonna go 6.
You're gonna go with
Nice.
6.
I'm gonna go a whole 6. I know that's high. That's high. I really wanted to go for a 5.5, but 6. I'll give it a 6.
We haven't really dug
Round
it.
up.
We haven't really dug into it yet, David. But 6 is a very high score, and
I know it is.
And
I really liked it.
I will say that, not really talking about this much yet here on the program, this show fucking sucks. and honestly, the 6 speaks to how positive a person you are in general.
It really does.
for sure.
Yes.
You are a positive person. Every time I talk to you, you're smiling, you're happy, you have something good to say. That speaks to that.
And I'll agree, it had a terrible premise, but I believed in the humor, that the parts when they had the good jokes, the parts that really actually made me laugh were solid. And again, like I said, it was set in that time, it was done in that time where basically all the shows were just like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far off from what was already being put on TV at the time. But if they could have gotten away from some of that kind of racist shit they were doing with the Indian guy.
Yeah.
but like, I don't know. It's like there was just parts of it that spoke to me as far as the humor. Like, well, the guy, like the dad, faking cripple, and then he just gets up and walks out, and then he sits back down, and then like his little like Indian buddy is just like pushing him around. He's like, yeah, and he's like, that's right. Like,
I agree that there was some definite silliness going on.
There's a humor like that does like fit with my humor, so that's what makes me like it. I think it could have been, worked on a little, and then turned into something better. I mean, obviously it wouldn't have lasted long because, just like Blockbuster, it didn't exactly last all that long.
You're right. This is a video rental store, which is what the sitcom is about, and obviously places like Blockbuster are shutting down, if not completely shut down, so you're absolutely right about that. We had sent you this link because we thought there was a chance that you would be back in town to be in studio in person, and we were excited to have you back if you were available. But I do want you to know that you are a memorable part of Couch Pilots, and we will miss you at any time that you are in town. I hope that you know, David, you are more than welcome to come by the studio. Text us anytime. We'd love to have you in.
Will do. Love you, boy.
Love you, brother.
We love you too. Kevin, Blake, is there anything you want to say to David before he goes?
Hey, David, I miss you already, brother, but I want you and your family to be successful, and I commend you for having the gonads to pick it all up and go and try to do better.
Yeah, good for you guys. Happy for you. But we'll see you when you're back. I got to drop off that memory card for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll hit you guys all up when I'm back.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we're taking off on Wednesday. So,
cool. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Thursday.
David, thank you very much for answering the phone and talking to us about Veronica'S video. You really are a great portion of Couch Pilots. We love you, and personally as a friend, I do appreciate you, and I will miss you. Good luck to you in the future, and absolutely call us or text us anytime. You're welcome on the show whenever.
For sure, Jason. Thank you for calling me and putting me in part of this. I was actually just thinking about it earlier today. I was like, oh shit, I forgot I was gonna do a call with you guys, but I was like, oh well, I'll get on there again sometime.
We didn't forget you, and we won't forget you. I hope that you don't forget us. Seriously, whenever you're back in town, if you have a moment to spare and you want to contact us, reach out. We're there for you, buddy.
Love you. Thanks, guys.
Love you, man. Bye.
See you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
You as much as I love David Lytle.
Yeah.
It's amazing he doesn't know how to use a phone.
No. I know exactly what he was doing. He was kind of moving around.
That's fine. He's got a lot
He's
going
a mover.
on.
Steph does that all
He's
the
a
time.
mover and he's a shaker.
Absolutely.
So, wow. That's, yeah.
I miss him already.
I miss him already.
There was a time when I was at Poor Brothers like every Wednesday going to trivia when you were doing trivia.
Yep.
And then even after you left trivia and you weren't doing trivia at all before you started Beard Out, I was still going there every Wednesday or
at least
Thursday.
once a week.
And I would see David, and he's a good man.
He's
I really
a bundle
like
of joy. He is always, he comes up, he hugs you, and you said it during while you were talking to him about positive.
Yes.
He finds the positive in everything.
He does.
And if I had a third of that, I wouldn't want to kill myself.
Right?
You know what I mean?
I agree.
I wouldn't want to go in one of those luxury assisted suicide booths.
Oh, God,
we talked about last week.
It sounded ironic.
We're just going to keep bleeding these together. He's great. He's the constant.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care where you are in your life. He's always going to be behind the bar when you're there, and just a shoulder to cry on. Basically, he is the man. You know, he is the man. So
He is.
I miss him. He's my neighbor too. So
he is as constant as the Northern Star. And today we discussed the pilot episode of Veronica'S video.
Yep. You didn't hear anything you just said.
From the year of our Lord 1900 plus 97. Now,
Wow, 1997
was a great year.
Great year.
How old were you that year, Kevin?
I was 7 years old.
Oh my goodness, Blake.
I was 22.
Yeah, I was 16.
God damn, you're 22.
No, I wasn't 22 if you were 16.
Yeah, because
4
16
and
plus 6 is 22.
I graduated in 94.
Yeah, and I graduated
when I was 22.
You know when I graduated high school? 2008.
Yeah, 8.
I was living on Gift, which is not that far down from you,
Yep.
over by Agatushi's.
Yep.
Yeah, me and Pete Hoffman.
That's right.
He was Asian.
And that's when you met that lady that had the long giraffe neck?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cindy.
What a great lady. What a great American
She had
lady.
a short skirt and a long
Neck. Cake.
Do-do-do-do.
1997. For me personally, that was a great year because I was 16. I got my license, right? I got some shitty part-time job at a grocery store. I was in high school, right?
Touch some boobies?
I didn't have. I was touching boobies. Every chance I get, I was grabbing
squeezing butts?
Ooh, I was squeezing butts and grabbing boobies.
Were the tips of your fingers getting wrinkled from all the poontang you were banging?
That's I mean, I guess I don't know.
You bang, you just get.
Have you
I don't know about you, but side effect from banging,
Have you never?
wrinkly fingers.
Have you?
Bang effect.
Are you guys telling me that you've never finger banged a girl so much that it
don't-
was like you're the
on
pool,
it-
like you were the pool for 50?
I can be honest with you and say no. I can be honest with you and say no.
Good Lord, man.
There was
did-
this one.
I did a lot.
no.
I did a lot of.
Wait, Kevin. Wait. He's got a story.
Did a lot of finger blasts. It never happened to me. There was this one time. Continue.
Not doing it.
Not doing it.
No.
No. Come on, no. Oh,
Maybe,
wipe out.
maybe when you guys learn to behave and not make fun
We'll
of me.
be good. We promise
No.
we'll be good.
Please,
No.
please.
Both of us will be good.
You know
Please,
what?
sir.
Well,
Please.
It depends on the rest of the show. how
No,
you
please, sir. Please, we'll be good.
I'll remember to remind you at the end. Can you tell me at the end?
He'll be
act.
good.
You look like
He'll remind
Ringo
you.
Starr with brown hair right now.
He looks like Ringo Starr.
Drums.
Yellow
I'm a great drummer.
Let's talk about things that happened in 1997.
I'm the goofy looking one.
I'm the one that no one will remember.
I'm gonna live the
1997.
longest.
Let's go back there.
In our minds.
Let's talk about some things that happened that year so we can properly put ourselves in the mindset of when this pilot was made so we can properly judge it.
Right, because you can't judge a pilot from 1997 based off today's standards.
Right. That's
Can't
exactly
do it.
right.
We have civil unrest. They didn't have it back then.
Did not.
do it.
We have
Adele.
we didn't have a skinny Adele back then.
We did not have a skinny Adele. No.
And that's a
Can't
big
do
thing
it.
right there.
Dude, you're getting a skinny Adele.
Can't do it.
Right, and we also listen to this.
Right, I'm listening.
In
I'm ready.
1997,
Yeah.
we had basketball.
Can't
we
do it.
had football. We
Can't
had
do it.
baseball. We
Can't
don't
do it.
have those today.
We don't have them.
Can't do
And
it.
we didn't have Band-Aids.
Can't do it.
Didn't have Band-Aids, no. Barry Manilow.
Something we did have was July 1st.
I'm going to
the-
drink this.
Please drink. Yeah, that honestly, I brought that for you. That one was for you.
You know that drink? You drank?
You drink that drink?
That stinky drink?
July 1st in 1997, the United Kingdom hands sovereignty of Hong Kong to the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, I knew that just from work. Like,
At Menards?
no, from like dealing with screws and stuff. Like, if it's from
You don't
Hong
call- you
Kong,
don't call 'em screws.
China, yeah, screws.
Oh boy, those sunglasses really got you. Really got you going.
Feeling some type of way is what the kids say these days.
It's funny to me that the United Kingdom still like reigned over certain areas for as long as they did.
Halfway across the planet,
India?
they're like in
Yeah.
charge of it. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we'll give up. We'll give it up." It's like, yeah, you'll give it up. You're the size of fucking Michigan.
Yeah, what-
And the rest of the world could like. There's a billion Indian people that could stamp you out, and you're gonna like act like you control Hong Kong.
So weird.
It's bizarre.
97.
97. It's like saying, the state of Alabama in 2013 just outlawed slavery. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like it's been abolished everywhere, but
Right.
there's some weird bylaw
Yeah,
that's never
it's-
really. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Very weird.
July 13th, the remains of Che Guevara are returned to Cuba
Chief.
for burial alongside of his comrades. Guevara and his comrades were executed on October 9th, 1967 in Bolivia. Ernesto Che Guevara was an Argentina Marxist revolutionary and major figure of the Cuban Revolution.
So that's the guy on the t-shirts
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
with
They call him Cuban Pete.
what?
He likes to move to the beat, and he goes chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
I don't know. I think it's Mary Poppins. I think is what you're
Oh, I love Mary Poppins. She's great.
Mary Poppin' Daddy.
Mary Poppins.
That was good.
Mary Poppins.
No, Mary Poppin' Daddies.
The Mary Poppins Daddies.
That's my new cover band. You only cover songs from Mary Poppins in rockabilly style.
Oh, that's
And
good.
swing.
That Callisto style?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Mary Poppins Daddies. Episode title: Ditch It. Ditch the pilot. Ditch it. Is this the Mary Poppins Daddies?
Yeah. You guys have anything else to say about Che Guevara?
Great guy.
Pretty nice beard. Pretty full beard.
Ah, here we go. This is the mask, right? Cupid Pete. I like to.
I never saw the movie.
That's The Mask. Very much one of my favorite movies.
Yo, The Mask is very much one of my favorite movies
Yo,
I've seen.
she was a virgin whore. Wow, dude.
The Mask.
She's
like
an actress?
I saw The Mask when I was like 13 or 14. The Mask sucks, right?
Oh, it sucks.
It's a shit movie.
But it's one of my favorite movies.
It showcases Jim Carrey and all of his like cartoon-esque talents, but that's all it is. It's a living cartoon.
Yep.
And it's not very good.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I loved it when I was little.
I just watched. I bought it. Did I not tell you? Did we not talk about this?
No.
I just brought up the Cuban Pete thing. I just bought it, and me and Steph watched it, and
you
could
loved it?
not stop laughing. I love it. It's like one of my favorite movies.
You never saw it, Blake?
No.
Never saw
It's
it.
very, very good.
I don't like Jim Carrey.
Oh, wow. Controversial opinion alert.
Last episode we had Kevin on, and he had a real tough time determining why it was that we chose to watch Veronica's video.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can gather himself together.
I think I know it.
Between Time and Timbuktu last week, but it literally is
Betwixt.
the same. Thank you, Betwixt Time. But literally, it is the same 3 reasons.
Yeah.
This week, Kevin, can you hedge a guess this week?
I love this show, so I
Oh.
know it very well.
Thank you.
And the 3 reasons are: 1, it was free. I'm going to start with the free part.
That's good because you're splitting it up. I can see
Splitting it
you're
up, yeah.
splitting it up.
And then the second pillar on which this show is built is I think it's the most important part.
Oh, yeah.
And it is that there was 1 episode made, okay, and it did not go to series. Whether it aired or not is irrelevant.
Nice. High five that shit.
Cha-cha-cha. And the third is it has to be available on the internet.
Nice. Good job, man. Way to step up to the game.
Yeah.
Hold on a
Give
second.
it all I got.
Hold on a second. Did you guys hear that at the end there? Hold on. Listen to this real closely.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? What was that at the very end?
No, he was starting laughing. I couldn't hear it.
Okay, I'll play it again. I'm gonna turn it up. Listen very carefully to this drop.
Right.
The very end of it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear anything. It sounds like
Kevin's laughing at the end. That's the
it's
problem.
Randy Savage. He goes, "Oh yeah."
Macho Man Randy Savage,
Yeah.
Randy Boffo was his real name. He played the Macho Man Randy Savage, and he would always say, "Oh yeah," because he was excited about the next thing that was going to happen to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there's something at the end of this drop that's very interesting.
All right.
Let everyone be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think it's the anticipation, but I edited it. I edited that.
Right.
It sounds fine.
It sounds good, but just the last half second, there's some sort of swell in noise.
No, it's just Kevin try to play it again.
The last few times we played it, Kevin was laughing to where we couldn't hear it precisely.
We had him leave the plane.
Right. Okay, let me play it one more time. We'll listen here.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think it sounds fine.
You talked at the end that time.
Well, it was over.
Yeah, no,
he said, "Oh yeah," and it was over.
I can hear it. This one, I'm gonna play it again, and then I'm gonna put my hand up when it's done, and we can talk after that. Up to that point, complete silence, if you don't mind, just so we can hear it.
The sound.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Simon
You
and
did it.
Simon and Garfunkel didn't get along at the end because of Simon's depression.
I do know that. Okay. It's well documented, and there's no reason for you to bring that up while I'm playing the drop.
Okay. But I edited the drop. I mean,
I'm only going to play the drop like 15 more times.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? There is a feature on the tablet here where I can press a button to where it constantly loops.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
I'm just going to do that for a few minutes, and we can really hear it. We can all, no matter what you say, no matter if Kevin's laughing or you want to give us a fact about Simon and or Garfunkel, this will constantly play.
Garfunkel had an afro.
Hello, my name is Simon, and I like to do
drawings. Come and do drawings with me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because you keep pushing it.
I don't. I put on a loop.
Oh, yeah.
You hear it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't hear it.
Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. You hear it? Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. This is the show now. This is the show. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, whoop. Oh yeah, womb. Oh yeah,
you're saying
womb.
womb. Are you saying womb? Is that what it's saying at the end?
WOMB.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've solved that mystery.
That's what's saying. It's saying womb. He says, "Oh yeah, womb."
Yeah. He says,
yeah.
womb. There.
Oh
it is.
yeah, womb.
Yep, that's what it is.
Mystery solved.
I don't know why it was so funny to me. Sorry.
You can find the entire episode of Veronica'S video by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify.
Is it video or is it videos?
Videos, like
videosos.
Adios Amigos, but with no S. Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast app of choice, and simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube.
Mickey?
Kevin?
And you know what to do too.
Video. Veronica'S video.
It's video?
Video. It's singular, non-plus plural.
But
Very nonplussed.
What's weird about that is there's a lot of videos at that store.
An unbelievable. Like
Maybe
if they had a
that's
store and it was just one single video for sale,
Right.
I would get it.
I can understand why they only have $11 in the cash register.
Yeah.
When you're looking on YouTube for Veronica'S video, you see a bunch of music videos for the band The Veronica'S.
You also
Yes.
see a lot
Yeah.
of Veronica's Closet.
That's when you have to put like the quotations around to say, "I want to see this exactly."
Well, I say you fix it by just saying pilot after.
That's fair.
The
too.
Veronica'S don't play a song called Pilot.
Maybe they should.
And if they do, no music video.
You know what? The Veronica'S, but you should do that.
Yeah, that's who we're talking to right now. The Veronica'S, you should do that.
Somewhere the pilot, the problems of running a videotape rental store as seen through its own and abrasive wheelchair-bound father and his estranged son Jonathan, who has come to work for him. Heidi is the girl Jonathan falls for and tries to romance, although she is revealed she is a lesbian.
Oh.
What do you guys think?
That's a D.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say that's
too
a
long.
low D, and gives away a lot.
Low D. Come on, Kevin.
Oh, low D.
Low.
I like a woman with
Isn't that
a
Thor's
low
brother?
D.
Isn't that Thor's brother, Lodi?
Kevin, will you read these interesting facts, YP?
Yeah, gladly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Interesting Facts. This is part of the show where Jason will scour the internet to find facts about this pilot that you may not know. In his absence, Kevin, Kayfabe Kelmo Slice, read these facts. Don't taint someone else's experience.
Well,
It doesn't have to go. What?
oh!
All right.
I hit the exit button on there.
Okay. Well, that's great.
I'm sorry. I fucked
Right.
it. I freaked it.
No, just read it. Read them.
A proposed pilot for the now defunct network UPN. No, I hit the exit button on there, and so I think it's gone. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm sorry. Proposed pilot for the now defunct UPN. Power 50? Is that what it was? UPN? Power 50
Power 50 AM.
UPN. Universal Porno Network, right? Is that what that was?
Yeah. It's also in logistics. It has to do with the location of your material.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Taped in front of a live studio audience on 4/17/1997 at Sunset Grove Studios. So it came out the same year that it was filmed. That was a live studio audience? It's because I don't want to adjust the headphones.
Okay,
because I don't want them to be different on his head.
I thought you were George Michaels in the video for We Are the World.
George Michaels.
Yeah.
My favorite guy, George Michaels.
What's
There's no S. It's Michael.
I didn't say George's Michael. I said George Michaels. Go ahead.
Stars Corbin Burnson as Rob. Corbin Burnson. Corbin Burnson. You may also know him from LA Law, Major League, and Psych.
How about Major League 2?
Yeah.
And
Also stars Julie Benz as Heidi. Sounds like a Prawn Star name. You may know her from Dexter, Hawaii 5-0, and Rambo.
First Blood?
Could be the first or the second. Hey,
No, it's the remake from like
The Rebate.
2013 or something.
yeah.
The Rebate.
Directed by Don Scardino, or Scardino, or Scardino. You may know him from The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, 30 Rock, and Two Broke Girls. Fact.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I'm not going to dispute it. I'm not going to say anything.
I accept it as a fact.
Wait, why don't you just go and exit all those and get rid of everything on that board?
I fucked it. I freaked it. I actually freaked it.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You freaked it?
I freaked it.
No, you stay there. You host the rest of the show.
Oh,
He actually like pushed the X button and it deleted.
It deleted the sound for the King of the Ring.
We don't need it.
The interesting facts.
Actually, next season we are doing the Tuckley 10-2, so we desperately
yeah,
need
you
it.
do need it.
We'll get it back.
Okay.
We'll get it back.
Okay. That's going to bring us Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. Twitter responses. Wonder if Kevin got some Twitter responses.
They're not all dead, but none of them replied to me.
Reply to me. Tell me that my tweet was okay.
Johnny Lang.
I saw him live in concert.
There you go. You know what to do.
Flight
Tube.
attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
Beautiful night out.
Is that the right? I don't know if that's the right portion.
Nope. Nope.
We'll just set the clock for 10 minutes. We'll talk about the.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, wow.
Do we really?
Well, you actually have notes. I don't have any.
Well, you got my notes there, right?
I do, but I don't. I know it. It's all here.
Go
my
ahead.
Notes.
Go ahead.
David Lytle pretty much just said everything that we needed to know about.
Yeah,
this.
pretty much. So
Except
let's
for
just
the
put
fact
10.
that-
Yeah.
Except for let's put 10 seconds on the clock. Ready?
So 10 minutes on the
Tell me
clock.
when to start.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, this is horrible copy. This is like you can't.
Oh, audio, video.
You
It's
can't
bad
distinguish
quality, yeah.
faces or anything. I didn't
bad
know it was
quality.
Corbin Burnson.
Yeah.
Until about 10 minutes into it.
Yeah.
There's a video store which is called Veronica'S Video, and this young man walks in. There's a guy in a wheelchair, and the young man's like, "Hey, I see you're hiring." He's like, "I'm really busy right now. Call me for an interview."
Can't do it.
And the kid gets out his cell phone and talks to this guy for about 5 minutes.
In the store.
In the same room.
He's in the store, calls him from the same room in the store.
Because he said, hey, call the number.
Right.
Yeah, being an asshole.
Which was 110 telephone.
Yeah.
It was a 1997 cell phone, so it was one of those big clunky ones.
Right. And the guy in the wheelchair is Corbin Burnson. And you may know him
The
from...
aforementioned
Yeah, you may know him from Major League.
Major League.
LA Law.
Major League 2.
Major League
Or Psych.
Or, yeah, Sideshow. Oh, also,
Psych.
also General Hospital.
Oh, GH.
Look it up.
I will.
And so there's a so then it goes into the
It's his son.
title screen of the show.
Did we not say it was his son?
Well, I was going to save that because, well, yeah,
It's before the title.
I guess this is.
The
Well,
ti-
you skipped over the part where it was
I
his
guess
son.
this is your show now.
The Veronica'S
Is it
video is
not?
like in a it's like in a
Or
strip
is it?
mall. And it's
Yeah.
like a first person view into the store. Then we see all the characters, and then that
everything really
same
fast.
first person view like backs out of the store, and that's the intro.
Thank you. There is an Indian guy, and he is applying for the same job.
Mr. Chandra.
Yeah, and there are a lot of jokes that I'm back in 1997 right now in my mind.
Yeah, they're
it
not.
was okay, but in
Yeah.
2020, it's not okay.
They're not completely tasteless.
I agree. They're not completely
They're
tasteless.
stereotypical.
Yeah, they're stereotypical and bad for today's standards, for sure. But yeah, when you go back in your mind,
Yeah.
it's really kind of par for the course for like a kind of
golf reference,
sitcom. Yeah, golf. Yeah, you can golf.
Speaking of golf,
They are in San Fernando Valley, and the mother is MIA.
yeah, she's MIA.
Mr. Chandra and Gary don't get along, of course,
You know,
because they're
it's-
gunning for the same job.
You know what's funny is that the son's name is Jonathan in the description, and if you look at IMDb, there's only
It's not.
4 characters listed.
And it's the two guys that are his friends from Reseda,
Yes,
and
it's
Corbin
wrong.
Burnson and the mom. Yeah, it's completely wrong.
IMDb is totally wrong with what is actually happening.
So the Indian guy and the son are not on it.
No, they're not on the IMDb
They're-
listed
neither of
credited.
them are on there.
No.
And then so the son is like on there. It's listed as Jonathan Hammerman, which is not right.
That's not right.
And they say that the
thought his name
father's
was
name,
Gary.
and the father's name was Rob Hammerman, which is not right either.
No, it's
the
not right.
father's
Mickey.
name is Mickey. The son's name is Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blowing my. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
You don't know
Oh, Gary,
what
I
hard
wish
times
your
are,
mother
Daddy.
would not have hit
Oh,
me
no.
with the car.
So yeah, the son's name
yeah.
is Gary. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so Gary and
I freaked it harder than I thought I did.
That's okay.
By the way.
you freaked me, baby.
Jesus Christ.
That was Shy.
Stop freaking our board.
That was Shy. Remember Shy?
Once bitten.
No, the band Shy. Never mind. Look it up. Anyway, so the
Shy?
Shy was the name of the band. You know what? I said 10 seconds on the clock. We would have been fine.
All right. The old guy comes in who wants to rent porn.
Yeah, and the
Mr.
guys-
Chandra, he's
the-
like,
he points out, he goes, see the sign? You have to be 21.
you got to be 21 to go behind those doors, and that's where you can go behind those doors if you're 21. And he's
Oh.
like, I'm 67 or whatever.
You can't go. Read the
You
sign.
have to be 21.
Yeah, that guy's dead and buried by now. For
And
sure.
so
He's probably dead
there
and
is
buried
a
the week
kid
after
then
shooting.
comes in, and Molly recognized him.
Yeah,
how it
he-
was possible, I don't even understand.
Do you have it here? No.
His name is Chris Owen, and he played probably most notably the Shermanator from the American Pie movies.
Yep, yep.
He was the guy who's the redheaded, kind of weird-looking dude, and he wasn't listed in IMDb, but I recognized him from here, and I went to find him on Twitter to talk to him, but he hasn't posted anything on Twitter for like 4 years.
Well,
But which is a bummer,
Makes
because I
sense.
thought, well, how cool would that be to
Yeah.
talk to the fucking
Shermanator,
Shermanator
yep.
on the podcast?
That'd be
It
great.
wasn't meant to be.
Yep.
Yeah, so he goes in there. He's not 21, but he goes in there.
Yep.
There's a girl that comes over.
This is after his dad is out in the alley smoking.
Right.
So she says she wants to give him
and,
something.
and
right?
she walks in, and all of a sudden there's like Disney music playing in the background.
She's wearing St. Pauli girl.
She looks just like Alice in Wonderland, and I'm 95% sure I did rewind it, but the quality was really bad. But I do think she had Bobby socks on.
This is Julie Benz.
Hold on.
Okay.
Just listen.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second. Play that again.
I think there's like a womb at the end of there.
Oh,
Julie
yeah.
Benz.
So don't talk this time. What's at the end of this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some
There's
noise.
It sounds like he's saying womb afterwards. Yeah.
Maybe it's something to do with like the tablet or something is messed up.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Play a different drop and see if it does it at the end.
Oh, it works. I heard it there too. I heard the womb there too.
But play a different drop.
Okay.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
I don't know if I should be proud of that.
Womb.
All right, so she comes in and she owns the chocolate store with her grandma. They're
Yep.
making hand over fist money.
Yeah, they're doing real well.
And,
What's his name? Mickey was talking about it earlier.
Mickey,
Like
he was talking about.
he's like, this candy shop is going nuts. Yep.
Yeah, so Gary cannot even talk. He cannot like form sentences. He just says words because she is so beautiful and Disney music is playing behind her.
She's played as this dumb blonde, and you're right. The dress that she's wearing looks very Disney princess-esque which maybe it fits in the theme with the place that she works at, but we never see where she works.
we don't.
We only hear about it time and time again. But she is portrayed as this dumb blonde, and she's supposed to be this real sex pot.
Yeah, and she asks him to smell her, and he's like, cake. And she's like, that's what everybody says. So then she leaves, and the kid, the boner guy.
Yeah,
Shermanator.
Boner guy, yeah.
He comes out of the porn section. He's like,
That's her.
that's her right here. And they look at this cover of this porno for a long time, and it never gets mentioned. Well,
That's lost. He tries to bring it up.
Tries to bring it up in a
but
subtle
then
way,
she just
but, like,
shuts it down. Yeah.
If it was her during that conversation later on,
Yeah.
They just shut it down. There was no yes-anding. Yeah. At the end of the day, the cash drawer sucks. Mickey fires his son because the job is going to Mr. Chandra. Next day, Gary's outside the store somehow.
Picketing.
Mickey's walking.
And
Somehow.
he's picketing, and the wind is just
Crazy.
horrendous.
Yeah. And the heat.
Why is his dad walking now? This is what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in it, like there's a guy that I work with at CAT, and I haven't been there for a few months because of the COVID. But there's a guy who's always in a wheelchair. But then we had this file cabinet. It was one of those 4 stacks, so it was tall, probably about 5 feet tall. And on top of the file cabinet, we had a big glass jar full of candy. And this wheelchair guy, I've only ever seen him in a wheelchair. He pulls up to it, sees the candy, and then stands up. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I think it has to do with Jesus.
Jesus.
What?
He took the wheel. There was a Snickers bar, and Jesus took the wheel.
I don't get it.
Jesus take the meal.
Well, that happens at Walmart. That's what happens at Walmart all the time. You see some fat fuck.
Crippled people will stand up for the right cause.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they will also never kneel.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, Gary's protesting outside. What's up?
Will they bob?
They'll, yes.
So they won't kneel, but they'll bob.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Gary runs into 2 suit-clad fellows, Jonathan Hammerman and Jeremy Perriman, car salesman. His buddies from Reseda is what they say. Excuse me. Shows very much burping is the line. So they're just like making fun of him, like hardcore late 90s or just
Bro,
they try to, like-
they're bros. They're definitely bros,
And
right?
they try. I think they're car salesmen, and they try to make plans with him later. Like they're giving them
Pizza, beers,
a lot
TV.
of shit. They're giving them a lot of shit, but they're also like, "Hey, come hang out with us later."
Yeah, exactly. I found that very weird. And then Gary has returned home after a run in Hollywood. He has nowhere to go and is just hanging out outside. Yeah, he was making something for Sundance, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, I heard you were making something for Sundance. What was it? A bean dip?
Oh, high five that shit.
Chai." Heidi comes by.
And this is when I noticed it's really windy, but yet the
Show is
the audio is not affected.
Yeah,
But on
not
the,
at all.
On the screen, it's just it's like a tornado around the two of them.
Can't do it.
This is where he asks her about indirectly asks her about the porno thing.
Heidi's a lesbian.
She says she thinks she's a lesbian. She said she'll tell you in a week. She did not say I am a lesbian. She goes, I think I'm a lesbian. I'll tell you in a week.
If you think you are a lesbian in 1997 and you're going to tell me in a week, you are not a lesbian. And in season 2.5, you're going to get with the main character.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
sure.
That's exactly what's happening. Why did this show not work? Captain Restisher, I turn to you. Why did it not work?
I think that the Indian jokes.
Turbulence.
Yes.
Turbulence.
Turbulence. The handicap thing, him in a wheelchair and not being in a wheelchair.
Weird.
It just seemed to me like there were some, like David Lytle said, there were some good jokes in here, but it seemed very like stale, very like fill in the blank. It was like a Mad Lib sitcom.
Yes.
Like here, just put an adjective here. Just it was the same structure that everyone. So it didn't stand out at all.
Did not.
This reminded me of the pilot we watched years ago called The Nerd. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember the guy that came to live.
Yeah, the guy, he
came
actually had a great career as an actor on like NCIS or something as a technician. He'd been on like 100 episodes. But here, it was someone's open apartment and their kitchen, and that was the entire set. The video store is the entire setting of this.
Right.
And then just right outside the store.
Right.
that's not good enough. You need to have a couple different places where things are happening, not just this video store. And as time went on, if the show continued, of course, there would be more settings.
Yeah.
It reminded me also of the one with Patton Oswalt and
Super Nerds.
It was just the comic book store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
absolutely right.
They might have went in the back room or they might have went out in the front, but that's all it was.
Wow, how disappointing was that pilot? You had Patton
Yeah.
Oswalt, you had Brian
Posehn,
Posehn, you had
Sarah
Sarah
Silverman.
Silverman. You had three heavy hitters in the comedy world, and it lays a huge fucking turd.
Yeah, it wasn't even good. It was like, yeah, it could have been so good.
All right.
Yeah,
Is Corbin on when this is 97? Like that's after he's fizzled out, right?
I don't know. I mean, Psych he came back. That's how I know him.
Psych was probably early to late aughts, maybe even past late aughts.
Yeah.
L.A. Law
There
was probably
in the 80s.
Yeah.
late 80s, early 90s. L.A. Law.
Major League was 8
80s,
years
yeah.
before.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe he had another.
This was a lull.
This was definitely a lull.
Yeah. I really think if you've ever seen the show Psych, more than one episode, you'd like his character.
I've never given it a chance,
great.
but I've heard good things, and I've known people that really do love Psych.
Yeah, like I bought the DVDs of all of it. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's really, really good. Yeah.
And that was a USA show, right?
Yeah, I got really into it when I was all churched up when I met Steph.
There you go.
The church boys needed something to. It's clean,
Is it clean?
pretty much clean.
Yeah.
We got into that in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ooh, that's a good
Those
one.
are like our two shows that we watched: Psych and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Love the 9-9.
So if you were church Kevin,
Yeah.
when you met Steph,
Yeah.
did you both freak out at the same time? Did you both become freaky at the same time, or
What does that mean, freaky?
I mean, just not necessarily choosing the path that you were choosing. I'm just curious, like
She never was on that.
okay, so
She's always been normal, just normal.
okay. So do you think that you chose the quote unquote normal path because you met her? Maybe.
I think that the reason why I fell out of the church, I'm not going to say 100% because I still do attend masses. Sure. You know, right now we can't, so it's actually a blessing in disguise that I don't have to go to church every morning. But I think it was just because there's no money in it. I mean, it was my career.
Sure.
And it had been for
So it was
2 or 3
It was
years.
a timing thing. Everything kind of came together at the same time.
You can't make money doing that.
Right.
And the people that do it,
And
God
Steph
bless them.
said you need to make money.
Well, I mean, she didn't say it. I said it because I was like, this is going to go somewhere, and I
Right.
can't fuck this up. You know,
Right.
that's why, because I had the option to go back, and it was the best year of my life. Don't get me wrong, and she will say the same. Like we both had like the best year of our lives, but it was like I need to. It's fairy tale land.
Right.
You know, it really is. For a kid my age who was doing that, I was 25, 26 or something. Oh, God, no. I was younger than that. I was 23, 24 doing that. So it just was unrealistic to keep up. And the people that do that, like I said, God bless them. The
Right.
people that have like 6
I know
kids
this
that are
probably,
just
it was like an inappropriate time to ask you.
No,
but
no,
I've
that's fine.
always been curious.
no. You can't make any money. I mean, as bad as that sounds,
You have
it's
to make
like,
money to live. You have to make
you
money.
you
to
really truly do. And my dad really was like, that's why he like hired me. He was like, you need to. Why don't you just work for me?
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I started making money. There you go. And that's the end of that story. What would you do to improve it, and where would it go?
Well, I think
if it survived.
you're always going to have the battle between the father and son.
Yep.
And then the side kicker of the son, because there's always somebody extra kicking on the side.
Yeah.
That's going to be the Indian guy.
Chandra or
And you're going to just have
maybe
this,
somebody else.
Yeah, this hot ass girl going to come in and flirt with him. And he's
So
gonna have
in the
a-
middle, what'd you say? In the middle of the second season, they're gonna hook up. Or Jason, you said that, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
No, he's going to finally say something to her, kind of like Skippy from across the street on Family Ties.
Yep.
Eventually, he's going to say, "Hey, I need to do this."
Yep.
And then they're going to be kind of together, but always out of his league. Always out of his league.
It seems like it set itself up to be a series pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Granted, the show sucked ass. But it did set itself up to have longevity, possibly.
There were 4 characters,
Yeah.
and they were not great characters.
They weren't.
I think having the strip mall is a positive. You have all the different stores in the strip mall
Yeah.
you could pop in and out of, and all the
What
people
was the
that
other
work
one we
there.
watched where it was like a grocery store, a gas station or something? Was it the Clerks or like a?
Well, Clerk, we definitely did.
Yeah,
Clerks.
you did the Clerks.
There was another.
And we also did Shangri-La Plaza, which was like a
Yes.
kind of a sing-songy
Right. It
in
was
a
like
plaza. There's like
musical.
a mechanic and a donut store and stuff. Is that the
Yeah.
one you're thinking of?
No, I was thinking of the one. I think it was the Clerks spin-off or something.
Yeah,
that it
Clerks.
was-
Yeah, that was bad too. I think that had some that had Jim Brewer in it, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think it would go, Jason?
Oh boy,
Do you think it would go?
this is not very good.
No.
This is a situation where I do like the idea of a video store over being the main. That's the HQ.
Yep.
But in the plaza, you've got a chocolate store, whatever the fuck a chocolate
Yeah,
store is.
chocolatiers.
Whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that is.
Very weird.
But you can also have other places in there. So you have a variety of places those people could interact with, and then maybe you lose the Indian guy. He's not very
Not really bringing much to the table.
no, and then, but that's what a video store is, right? A lot of high turnover, low wages. You got there's turnover in there, so maybe you get different people you can bring in, different
Maybe
cast members.
another hot babe.
Maybe you
in
can
the
bring
store.
another hot babe. Yeah.
So-
And you're dealing with this lady thinking whether she's a lesbian or not. She's not going to be a lesbian. She's gonna be jerking off this guy before you know it.
Right. I didn't understand the whole thing with the porno box because I'm like, you should.
That was just a...
That was a dead end.
Yeah, that
It's
sucked.
a red herring.
Yep. Threw us off.
I don't know. Yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are full.
Oh, Deborah. Choo. Critic reviews. Oh, well, let's start with the IMDb score.
I don't remember. Oh, actually, no.
Blake
Blake said last
he
week.
did.
Yeah, last week I told you.
You did tell us the score. What is it?
It's a 2.5.
2.5 from
My guess is a 2.5.
2.5 from 8 ratings.
Oh, well, that's just junk.
Yeah, not many people
Nobody
saw
likes-
it.
'cause
Not
it
many
could-
people saw it, and not many people of those people liked it.
Because you know what it is they couldn't watch it because the quality is so bad. You like physical
So bad.
I'm not lying here. I did not notice it was Corbin Burnson.
Oh, I didn't know it either
for,
until
like, halfway through.
I restarted it from the beginning just because I wanted to see the first scene again.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did the title cards and it said Corbin Burnson, I'm like, oh shit, it's Corbin Burnson. Like I watched the whole thing without knowing it was him until I
It was bad.
restarted
It's
it.
probably one of the worst we've
Yeah,
quality-wise.
quality wise, yeah. The audio was bad.
Visual and audio was very bad quality.
Critic reviews, no critic reviews on this one, but viewer reviews. There are a couple here.
There's a good one in there.
Yeah, the I was in the audience. XXX Man from December of 2006. Warning, spoilers. I was a member of the live studio audience when the sitcom pilot was shot. Between takes, there was a comedian who got up and bantered with the crowd. He was approximately 10 times funnier than the show. The details have gotten cloudy in my brain, and I can't guarantee total accuracy, but I remember that Corbin Burnson played an abrasive video store owner, confined to a wheelchair for reasons I don't believe were ever explained, whose estranged son showed up to work for him. Other characters included an obnoxious East Indian employee at the store who became the sworn enemy of Burnson's son. In other words, he was set up as the character who will trade dumb insults with him for the duration of the show. And there was a cute young female love interest who, in the only remotely funny bit, unexpectedly reveals that she's a lesbian. I remember that only one scene required a second take. They always shoot sitcoms this. Do they always shoot sitcoms this fast? And basically, it just wasn't funny. The jokes were nothing special, and there was little to distinguish it from hundreds of other mediocre sitcoms. As most of the action took place in a tiny one-room video store, it was hard to see how the show could have lasted long without falling into monotony. So I wasn't surprised at all that Veronica'S video never got aired. One final memory: at one point during the taping, the audience was admonished for not laughing enough, which should tell you something. Yeah.
I think it was Jimmy Pardo was the setup man. in between.
Was it?
I think probably. I think I read that.
Was
Did you?
Was Heidi
Clune?
She did not seem like a lesbian.
No, not at all. No.
I've met. You know what? I've met some lesbians. in my
I've
day,
met
right?
some labo. Okay.
This lady did not seem like a lesbian to me.
No.
She seemed like a dumb blonde.
Yeah.
Waiting for a squating.
Yeah, she was dumb. The other one, I'll just read you the headline. It was a 1 out of 10 scars, terrible and offensive to many. By Martin Hafner. I like
But
searching.
that person was looking at it. Not he didn't go back.
The review was written June 2020.
Yes, he
So
didn't go
this
back
month
to,
of this
Was
year.
it really?
Yeah, this month
yeah.
of this year.
Holy
He didn't
cow.
go back to 1997.
It is mine.
I didn't realize that was done this month.
Yeah, so he says, I like searching YouTube for unusual films and forgotten television shows. Among my favorite searches are failed television pilots. And you can see dozens of different TV shows that, for one reason or another, are new, accepted by the networks. With some, it's strange because the shows were very good. Look Well was genius. You guys done that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the network
That was
refused to
with Adam
greenlight it.
West. That was
that
Conan
was-
O'Brien and Robert
Oh,
Smigel.
yeah.
That was a 7.
And
That
then
guy needs to check out our show.
Veronica's video clearly is one of these obvious bad ones. Yeah, so Martin Haffer, is that the guy that always comments?
I don't know. That
Martin
doesn't sound familiar.
Martin Haffer.
Doesn't
Yeah,
sound
that was
familiar
him.
to
Yeah, that's all we got to hear from them.
me. Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF.
What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock at
Jesus
night.
Christ.
I got to be up in 6 hours.
I'm going
For
crazy.
your safety
Yep.
and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten.
Oh, I got a text from David. Can I read it real quick?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So we called David Lytle earlier. He just sent me a text, and we need to edit some of this out. I don't know. It says, so I was fairly drunk when you called and was not expecting it. I realized around 9 I had forgot about the pod, but had missed a call. We have been grinding at finding a place and getting stuff swept from under us left and right, literally all day for the last 2 days. We also got into town late on Saturday to buy booze, and they have strict laws. We had to wait until 11 a.m. this morning to get anything. I think I'm about to just bust into a home and claim squatters' rights. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, though. Between that and getting a solid dinner in, it fit well into making me happy after 2 days of my wife and I nagging at each other. Love you, boys. What a
Stress.
great American man.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's really I want to be him when I grow up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So the rating scale, as you know, is a 1 through 7 scale.
Yeah, I do
One
know.
being the worst.
1 being the worst. Recently deceased actor who played the character Roy Biggins. 7 being the best. That is our man, carefree, irresponsible, and unreliable, played by Steven Weber, Brian Hackett. Jason, I turn to you. How do you rate this pilot Veronica'S video?
This sucks. This really is fucking terrible. Julie Benz would go on to, I think you mentioned during Interesting Facts, she would go on to play a good role in Dexter for 3, maybe 4 seasons.
She was the wife.
I think they did eventually get married. You're right.
His wife.
She,
After her, the series sucked.
no wife.
Yeah.
She was his wife, and then after her, no wife.
Yeah. The series sucked after her. Season 4.
You're right. After the Trinity killer went
Yeah.
downhill.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So Julie Benz was of note. Corbin Burnson was of note, but that doesn't mean anything. This was awful. This was not good at all. This was a 2.
Yeah.
This sucked. And I reserve 1s for the worst of the worst and 7s for the best of the best. This isn't the worst I've ever seen, Van Halen. But I will say this did suck, and there's no way it would go forward. And the video and the audio quality were abysmal. And I have to give it a 2. It is very bad. Blake?
I do. I think it was bland. I think it was Mad Libs just filling in blanks of a.
Yeah, David said that earlier.
you know,
That's,
the thing. God, it was hard to find anything good about this. I'm gonna agree with Jason. I'm gonna give it a 2 as well. This didn't even air. I don't think probably.
Yeah, that's what one of the reviews said. Yeah, it didn't air.
High five that shit.
Kevin, what do you want to rate it? I rate it,
Kevin?
I have a bump here.
Oh,
It's a Burnson
Chocolate bump.
Burnson bump.
The burn
Corbin Burnson bump.
Corbin Brum?
And that takes my score of a 1 to a 2. So we are all in the hand-holding club.
Wow,
2
great.
all around was not good. I mean, it was just too formulaic. No heart in this. I am sorry to the writers and directors and producers and everything. I'm sorry because I feel like they didn't try at all.
No.
There was no heart in this. It was just a cash grab, maybe. I don't know. Sucked.
I always like dramas or comedies that have an original idea because so often it's like, oh, it's I'm a lawyer or I'm a police officer or I work at a hospital. It's always
Police?
the same shit. Or maybe I'm a dog policeman, something like that. But this is a video store. I mean, there's a little bit of a new idea there, but
Totally.
they didn't execute it well at all.
They did not. And with that, we close the book on Veronica's video, and we will never speak of it again.
Ever.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we begin our second round of the Tuckley 10 in our groundbreaking 25th season, aptly named the Tuckley 10 2. And we watch the pilot episode of Mainly for Men. Here's a little something to the Spike Channel in one 16-minute pilot in 1969. You can find the entire episode of Mainly for Men by subscribing to Couch Pilots on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube. And Jason?
You know what to do to. Boy, it feels good to say that.
Oh, wow.
The description I had to make up because the
Yeah.
pilot in IMDb did not have a description, but this is like a super misogynistic and
Can't wait.
sexist. It's 16 minutes, but it's like here's some cars, here's some ladies in bikinis.
Oh, yeah.
This is a crazy.
I think I'm going for a
Pilot.
7 already.
What do you think about that? So next season, this is our second round of our seasons are
the
10
Tuckley
episodes.
10 2
I think there's
Electric Boogaloo.
A lot of things have aligned. There's stars, there's moons.
That's right.
This is our silver anniversary.
Clovers, red balloons.
Our 25th anniversary, me and Jason. Silver anniversary.
Ow.
And we're... What?
He broke a glass everywhere. People piss in the streets and just don't care.
And to have another Tuckley 10 is awesome. So
That is really cool that we're doing another
awesome.
round.
the 25th anniversary.
I'm super
of
pumped
it.
for it.
Yeah.
I watched all of the first one. I watch a
even
lot.
the
I watch a
Cube?
lot of the pilots.
You watched The Cube?
Yes, I did.
Blake, let me ask you this: to do it KBE style, should we have a guest for each episode on the Tuckley 10?
I mean, well, I'll have to talk to my booking guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I need to hear from you. Thank you.
There's some bookings that fell through, but,
We did have a booking fall through. We had 2 bookings fall through tonight.
I also think that we need to have Tuckley do send us a recording of an intro for the
Yeah,
Tuckley 10.
For sure. Yeah.
You should contact.
I will
them.
take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be great.
I do so much for the show already. I'm not going to do one more thing.
Yeah, just pile it on. You can contact us at couchpilotspodcast@gmail.com. Also, the one-stop shop, couchpilotspodcast.com. Not .com, it's .com.
Are you sure?
I'll have to check back on that, but try .com, and then if that doesn't work, do .com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which is still available to you. Instagram. You can.
It's popping.
The dial-in number is working. We have confirmed. It's 910 Pilots 1. That's 910-745-6871. Support us on Patreon, won't you, please? There's a man who is in this very room that supports the show on Patreon.
Voice will try to connect you.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's working.
Yeah. Huh? Hello? What?
It works.
I'm very confused. What's happening?
I'm calling the hotline.
Yeah.
It's blinging. Don't worry. It's fine.
It's ringing.
Get it out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of there.
Okay. Get out of here. Get out of there.
Get out of there. Oh, thanks for calling Couch Pilots.
Hello,
Yep,
this
there
is
you
your Black Captain speaking.
I'm Philip Rest, sure.
We're out watching one-off television shows that never made it and flying to friendly skies.
Oh, they're horrible. I'm barely making it through.
They sure are, Captain. Anyway, leave
You
us a
gotta break
message,
those.
and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Good.
Thanks.
It'd be the
We
first
love
thing
you,
that you guys.
And we want to hug you and kiss you and stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, that's the dial-in number. It works.
Dial-on,
Hello.
dial-on.
Hello. Dial-on.
Bit hot fire.
Oh, this is it works.
This pilot may have been rough.
This pilot may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots.
Kevin,
Thanks,
you
everyone.
You want to plug anything?
Sixer Podcast.
All right.
Karaoke Biggie, you don't have to listen to that one, but listen to the Sixer Podcast. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Thank you for having me on.
Hey,
Thank
thanks
you,
for being-
Kevin.
Love your guts. Pieces out.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.